You're in a great business, in a tricky business at the moment, because a lot of the attacks and trade, of course, there's a huge focus because of the Houthis. How is that changing your business? Is it hurting?
Let me tell you, our problem is the supply chain. Trade is resilient. People buy and sell, and if they want something, they get it, even in the remote areas. So trade will continue regardless of whatever happens around the world. The supply chain, on the other hand, is very fragile. We tested it during COVID. We tested during the ship stranded in the Suez Canal. 40 hours resulted in 3 months of delays. And now vessels are going around the Cape of Good Hope, trying to avoid this. But these things happen around the world. I mean, we don't see it as a surprise. We expect this to happen around the world in general. No reason really.
But if this lasts for much longer, then of course costs go up. Does it hurt business? So the people say, actually, for the moment, it's so expensive, let me hold off. So they only ship the essentials.
Let me tell you, the cost is going to be for everybody. So the shipping line is going to charge more cost, the trader is going to charge more cost, customer will suffer. But I don't believe this will stay for a long time. It's like a bad storm. Sometimes it doesn't stay long, you know. No. It will eventually end. I don't think this is a long-term thing. It's something that happened. Hopefully it will be away.
But this is a new risk. So let's say in the last 3 to 4 weeks, have you seen it impacting business or nothing?
It impacts the ports in the Red Sea, definitely, because the Far East cargo, some of it doesn't come. Remember, not all the vessels are going around the Cape of Good Hope. Others still are sailing through the Red Sea and going, and nothing happened.
So what concerns you the most about supply chains?
Delays, and we are anywhere in the world, so we manage how to deal with the supply chain. We've tested it. We had a good learning lesson during COVID, so we know what to do. We have our own vessels in certain areas where we move cargo. We help our customer to reach their destinations. Mm-hmm. There'll be delays, of course, if the ship is around the Cape of Good Hope, but things which are going straight, which still is the business and the navigation is still going through the Suez Canal. It hasn't halted. Some opted to go, maybe pressure from the union or whatever, shipping line worry about their seamen, but business is continuing. I don't see this going long term. Yes, it's affecting delays, going to make things costlier. Mm-hmm.
But
definitely.
Sir, when are you expecting for it to go back to normal?
I think it's going to be a long time, in my opinion. I think this is something long term. This is something that happens. We don't like to see it, but this happens, and these things happen. You know, there are a lot of things happen. You know, when the pirates were in the Red Sea, that was a problem also. Eventually, it disappeared. Today, there are 70 naval vessels patrolling. They never had as much as that. So this gives me hope that this is going to be short term.
Are you buying any ports around the world? Are you on the market to buy something?
We go to where our customers are. And wherever they want us to be, we will. And we're building ports like in Congo and many other parts of the world to expand our business.
So where do your customers want to be? There's Hong Kong. Are there other parts of the world where you see growth increasing?
We are in Indonesia. Recently, we acquired a port in Indonesia. So where the customers are, where the cargo, we follow the cargo. That's what we do around the world. And we are good at it because we can, through our logistics connection and synergy with our businesses, we are able to cut not only the cost, but the time it takes to reach a destination.
So what's next? I mean, would you do an acquisition? We were just talking about BlackRock buying a huge infrastructure fund. There's now also a play on infrastructure in the UK this morning with General Atlantic. It's a deal-making space.
It is, but we are not in a shopping spree to buy ports. We are there to provide a facility for our customers. They are the one who drive us. If they need us somewhere, we go. And the customers are the big shipping line and the traders.
So that means yes or no? Are you looking for something this year? Are our customers saying
if the customer wants it, we will be there. Believe me, we are proactive.
And so what have they told you so far? I mean, you don't just buy a port like that.
No, let me tell you. We do two things. We expand in our port, so we're expanding our port in Canada, for example. We're expanding in many parts of the world to cope with cargo. We're expanding in Brazil. Our port was not busy. Now it is so busy. in Brazil. So there are certain areas where we expand, so which is growth internally, and others where we acquire a port if we need to.
Are supply chains looking more inwards? We have a lot of elections this year. We have the US elections. We have India. We have a number of big countries going through elections. If their policies are more inward looking, what does it mean for port and shipping and infrastructure?
As I mentioned, the trade is resilient. Trade will continue no matter what. Even when there are, at the heat of problem between China and America, trade continued. It cannot stop. People need something. People want to eat. People want to buy. People want to trade. I expect the world to be more calmer. I expect to see people more cooperating with each other, because that's what is needed. In 2008, that crisis, it was solved because everybody worked together. And we need to repeat it. By working together, we can all win.
Are higher interest rates a real impediment for infrastructure and project development?
It is already factored in our investment. We know it's going to be high, and we're taking measures to deal with it. And from what I hear, it's not going to come down soon.